Learned about this new amazing feature in Google Colab. It helps to analyze a whole data set with just one prompt. So when you have Google Colab open, you don't have to write the Python code. You click on the Gemini um, prompt and it goes and opens this one. And you upload the file. So let's upload a data file. In this data file, it's going to have the weather data for Boston in the last year. And in the prompt, you just say, uh, analyze the weather. You can write wherever you want, but in Boston, and find trends and outliers. Please create an, uh, a few charts, specifically a scatter plot highlighting the days with temperature between 60 and 80 degrees. Also create a streamlit hash. Oh, let's see how it does. So I uploaded the CSV and it's generating the Python code. So that's what it responded with. This is the plan, the AI's plan for each of the steps. And it's gonna do all this work. So you execute the plan. You can try yourself. And always you can edit it. But the really good news is once it's produced the code, you can edit any line inside the Python code. You can make adjustments to this. So instead of um, the weather between degrees 60 and 80, you can make any change you want. And let's see how it does. So that was the command import pandas, read this CSV file. It's also a good way to learn how Python works. Okay, and it provides all this very helpful documentation or description of what each of the block of code is doing. Yeah, so this is a distribution of the temperature. This is a correlation matrix of the features. I'm not sure what that is telling us. The relationship between high temperature, low temperature, probability of precipitation. So does it rain when it's cold or snow when it's cold? Now it's cleaning the data, analyzing the data. I think it's doing a little more sophisticated statistical analysis. Let's see what it produces. Okay, so here's a line chart of the change in temperature over each of the month. So that makes sense. Of course, I don't recommend using this final chart. You should export. So you can add a line here once it's done. Add some lines of code and say export the CSV file. So you can paste the data into data wrapper or Flourish. Okay, so you get the idea. It's doing all this just with the main prompt, and this is the chart I really was looking for. The red, I might not use the color red, but the red is showing the nice days in Boston, and that's what we're getting. Oh, okay, I might change the prompt and say instead of the dates, you might want to put another variable here. Um, okay, now it's creating some code for the dashboard. I don't think it renders the dashboard code. maybe you can, so we'll have to troubleshoot this a little bit more to see if the dashboard code works. But that's the general idea. It just takes a main prompt and generates a lot of Python code. So if you know what you want, if you know like this is what I would do in Excel, and I would take these steps in Excel, you can explain that in the prompt, and you'll produce the final result, the final CSV file or the final visualization, and you can uh, rerun this anytime with a new data file with updated data. Okay, I'll stop here. Enjoy this new feature.